Folks, welcome back. How's everybody doing today? Rudy, Alpha Investments. Talking a little about Timespiral. Haven't really discussed Timespiral too much, have we? So we got two important things to discuss. One is going to be the supply, and two is going to be the actual set itself. I know I haven't done many topics on it and many videos. I've just been a little behind on the video queue lately, but I am slowly catching up. So first, let's talk about the Timespiral situation. Box prices are averaging about $200 a box, plus tax, depending on your location. Open market is very divided, I guess you could say. Shocker, right? Where's my shocked Pikachu face? I know, right? I guess because, we all kind of know now that we've seen the actual booster box as a standard shaped box, it's like, okay, why again is the price doubled from a normal booster box price for really no actual reason, just because it's got some cool cards in it? Like, it's just, I think that's the number one thing that's really irritating and making a lot of people upset. There's nothing we can do about it. It's just, why did Wizards double the price on us? Because they knew we'd all pay the price. Honestly, that's really where it is. I think that's the thing that really irks a lot of people out there, because a lot of people are saying, what happened to the days of just, even the original Timespiral? It wasn't double the price for no reason. They just, it's kind of the issue, similar to the Modern Horizons 2 coming later this year, where, it's going to be $200+ a box. It's going to be one of those situations. And I think that's really what grinds everyone's gears. So, let's talk about the supply side of things. I just want to let everyone be aware. I'm not sure if this is really commonly held information at this point in time. I'm assuming most people are aware, but the supply of Timespiral Remastered is not going to be an unlimited print-to-demand type of product and supply chain like a Modern Horizons 1 product was. This is going to be more of a Modern Master type of a specialty box supply. Doesn't mean there's not going to be more a reprint or a second allocation or a second wave, or maybe not a reprint. Maybe they've held back some, or whatever Wizards usually does. I do expect, we're going to have this big initial release. I actually think 30, 60 days post-release, maybe a little bit more, we'll have a little bit more dripped out. But in other words, we'll have the big release, and then maybe we'll have a second wave restock that'll maybe be like 20%, maybe 30% of the original. And then maybe there might be a little final 5-10% droplet, which usually doesn't do anything to the supply at that point. I think that's really the biggest concern right now. It's not really the argument of whether the Timespiral Remastered is a unique, fun product, which I actually think it is. I don't really have much to say about it. Hopefully, I've been hearing some rumors that the cards and the foiling might be a little crappy, but who knows? Some of the new sets they make, the quality's fine. Other new products they make, just complete disaster, Pringle-shaped, swirling in a circle. It's really weird. I don't know what the deal is with that. So, I just don't know. I don't know if the supply of the situation is going to be so rough that these box prices are immediately going to sling to $200-300 a box. I don't know, everybody. This is an unknown. Wizards has been so volatile on the supply chain nowadays. Ever since the Commander Collector box situation, and then the Kaldheim box situation, and then there's no pattern, there's no way to predict how the movement of these things are going to be short term. It's completely random. It's completely volatile. I don't even know if they really intentionally plan this stuff out. I think it's more of a, well, how much do we have? Can we get more right now? Nope, printers are backed up. Money machine go burr. I genuinely think that's kind of how they're making decisions. I don't think the decisions on a lot of these reprints or restocks is really maybe based on the secondary market, based on demand. I think a lot of this is they're kind of winging it because they're doing so many products. They really don't have the ability to take the time to step back and properly say, okay, this is what's going on with, Theros, Ikoria. This is what's going on with, Zendikar. This is what's going on with the new Kaldheim. Okay, where are the collector boxes? Where are the regular drafts? What about set? Do we need more set boxes? What's going on? I don't think they really... I think they're moving so quick because of Papa Hasbro's movement. I don't genuinely think they're putting the thought and time into how many the print sizes and restocks. I just don't think it's happening. Because you honestly cannot play test and manage the secondary market, the supply. You can't manage all these categories at the rate of speed they're going. That's kind of the most simplest, keep it simple concept, At the end of the day, when you look at all these moving parts and how many product lines there are, I'm afraid to make a video on Jumpstart. You know, I mean, because I'm like, Jumpstart's going on like a year old. The supply is still a disaster, and there's only going to be so many more waves. We're past one. What are we at? Like 10 months now. I mean, Jumpstart's not going to be printed for another 1, 2, 3, 4 years. You know, Wizards never goes past the 12 to 18 month range on reprinting, restocking a product. So I don't even know what's going on with that. Like, everybody has a couple boxes. There's just no. I think I have like one reserve case just for future box opening videos, and I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen with it. So that's the thing, you know, it's the same thing with playtesting and the frustration from the player side of all the banning and standard cards. And, you know, there's no way all the bannings of the overpowered cards in standard from Throne and even Theros should have slipped through. But it's slipping through because there's just not enough time to play test it. You cannot pump out massive products every 30 days and have enough R&D to make sure that there's no anomalies. That's the simplest answer, everybody. Anyway, so back to the Timespiral situation, a little bit of a tangent there. Overall, this is all going to be a supply thing. Timespiral is 100% going to be based on supply. Nobody is saying, well, you know what, the set looks terrible, I hate it, it's all terrible. People aren't really doing that. It's really, people are focusing on, you know, what price should I buy? How much is going to be out there? How long do I wait before I buy? You know, I think that's really the most important question, because I think we all still very fresh in our mind with the Commander Legends collector box, how I remember even selling mine to patrons and how many people were pissed off at me because I was like, look, I barely have any Commander Legends collector boxes. I ended up selling them for, I think it was like I sell them for $265, $269 a box. And then they never went down. They went to $280, $300, $310, $320, $340, $350, and they're still moving. It's going to be the first $500 collector box because of supply problems. And, you know, the issue is not really the product. Well, I don't know. The Jewel Lotus thing is being so tough. That's a really big chase card. It's just the lack of supply. The lack of supply is the number one variable that will push the price of Timespiral up. And the fact that Timespiral is a unique product, that is the ultimate variable, everybody. I tell you all the time. It's not always about expected value. Although, like we've been discussing in the From the Vault videos lately, remember, if the expected value of Timespiral is $300 a box, you can't sell sealed boxes for $190 to $200 a box. So, you know, while the cards in the box don't always matter as the product ages, the cards in the box do serve as kind of a pseudo glass floor. There is this certain kind of low-end range that the cards in the box do help push higher and higher. If the cards within the box are a certain dollar amount, you cannot go below that, because then again, natural arbitrage takes place. And that's where my concern comes in. My concern right now is that, you know, look, I ran the sale to my patrons. I don't have any Timespiral boxes. I think I kept, no, actually I didn't keep any. I think I'm oversold by the last 20 people, since they said I had like 20 patrons send payment after the sale ended. And I'm going to try to get that fulfilled with extra product at release here in a week or two. But overall, there's no, you know, if we do not get good size restocks or any restock, if it becomes a Commander Legends collector box or a Jumpstart situation, forget it. These Timespiral boxes are immediately going to be $300 plus a box. Now, if we can actually get a decent supply, the price will stay at $200, maybe drop down to $190, maybe go to $110. You'll have the 10% short-term market noise, which is irrelevant. But overall, it'll be a stable product. And remember, it's so unique. That is what I keep focusing on. Long-term is really about uniqueness, followed by supply. So as of right now, that's where things stand, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's going to be fun. Hopefully I can get to doing a couple box opening videos and get some more supply, but overall, do not be overly bearish on the new product. Even if you're frustrated on the card quality, even if you're frustrated on a Wizards' behavior with their culture and their politics or whatever, you don't focus on that. That's fairy dust fugazi. 5-10 years from now, no one cares. The thing is, you got to focus on the supply and the unique nature of the product. The product is creative. It's got old throwbacks. It's a special thing, and that's what really matters at the end of the day. You know, as long as the card, you know, hopefully the cards are printed somewhat, or every box isn't just a disaster like that original Jumpstart wave, you know. But overall, that's really what I want to let everybody know. That's where I stand on this Timespiral Remastered situation. I do firmly believe Timespiral Remastered long-term will age very, very well. And I think a lot of people will miss out on the product hoping for a restock or hoping prices go down. And we may not actually get that, everybody. Seriously, we may not.